Listen, do you really think you understand your relationship? Do you think you know why your partner sometimes pulls away and other times becomes so sweet that you're left completely confused? The truth is, you don't know anything, and it's not your fault. No one ever taught you how relationships actually work. All you were shown were movies, fed romantic songs, and made to believe that if you just be good enough, everything will magically fall into place. But the reality is different. Some people get close to you one moment and suddenly disappear the next. Sometimes it feels like you're the most important person in their world, and sometimes it feels like you're at the very bottom of their list. And it's not just about avoidant partner. Any partner who shifts between being toxic, confusing, sweet and cold fits into the same category. Think about it. How many times have you overanalyzed just because they didn't reply to your message? How many times have you asked your friends, why did they only send one emoji? Are they mad at me? Meanwhile, in reality that person was just chilling, watching Netflix, or about to go to sleep. You created an entire story in your head when in truth, it had nothing to do with you at all. That's the first trap. You assume that everything they do is about you, but most of the time it's about what's going on in their mind, their habits, their fears, their patterns. So if you really want to understand what's going on with such partners and learn how to protect yourself from their emotional games, then watch this video till the end. Now let's get to the real game. What does the behavior of such partners actually look like? These are the people who keep you awake at night trying to figure them out. Sometimes they shower you with so much love that you feel like, this is my soulmate, and then suddenly they distance themselves as if you never even existed. What does an avoidant partner do? The moment closeness grows, suddenly distance. As soon as you show intimacy, an alarm goes off inside them. Danger, freedom is at risk, and instantly they pull back. What about a toxic partner? Their game is different. Sometimes they act like magicians of love, and sometimes they turn into stone. Sometimes they make you dream of heaven, and other times they throw you into guilt tripping. They shift blame, making you the one responsible for all the problems. An emotionally unavailable partner. They're physically present, but their heart is somewhere else. You keep talking, and all they do is nod. Sometimes they become hyper-independent, and sometimes they vanish completely for weeks, without a trace. And the most dangerous part, the mixed signal. Today they'll plan the future with you, marriage, kids, vacations. Tomorrow they'll disappear. Today they'll love bomb you. Tomorrow they'll give you the silent treatment. You're left standing there, wondering, just yesterday they said I'm the most important person in their life, and today they're ignoring me. This confusion isn't always intentional. Sometimes even they don't understand why they behave this way. But the real problem is the victim, meaning you always end up believing that the fault lies with you. Now the question is, why do they actually do this? Do they really not like you? Are they deliberately trying to torture you? Or is there another story? See, most of the time it's not even about you, it's about their own unresolved issues. Avoidant partners see intimacy as a threat. The moment closeness grows, their mind sends out a signal, I'm about to get trapped. They crave space, they crave freedom, and sometimes that freedom feels more valuable to them than an emotional connection. Toxic partners are playing a game of control. They use psychological tricks that make you start doubting yourself. They shift the blame so that you're always on the defensive while they stay comfortable. And then there are the emotionally unavailable ones. Their issue usually stems from old trauma. Somewhere in the past, they were broken in a relationship, rejected or ignored. So now in every new relationship, they build walls. They stay with you physically, but their heart is somewhere else, because vulnerability feels like danger to them. But here's the real tragedy. The victim always ends up blaming themselves. You start thinking, maybe I'm boring, maybe I'm not attractive anymore, maybe I'm just too clingy, when in reality most of the time it's their internal programming, not your shortcomings. They themselves don't fully understand why they behave this way. They just react based on their fears, their trauma, and their psychology. So if you've always thought you were the problem, remember this, more often than not, the problem isn't you, it's their system. Alright, let me tell you the real truth. The more you chase them, the more you try to prove that you're good, loyal, and perfect, the more unattractive you actually become. Yes, that's the bitter truth. Think about it. When you're always available, always on call, always waiting for their text, you reduce yourself to nothing more than an option. Your value in their eyes keeps dropping. Because human nature is simple, Whatever comes too easily loses its importance. And here's the irony: the moment you start focusing on your own life, the moment you set strong boundaries, the moment your entire world stops revolving only around them, that's when they come knocking back. Because suddenly, you look rare, and rare is always valuable. It's exactly like when you notice that partner, who used to ignore you, suddenly became sweet again, the moment you pulled away. That's not a coincidence, that's power dynamics. And remember this: you can't win someone's heart with logic or PowerPoint slides. You can't say, as shown on slide 3, my credit score is excellent and my mom says I'm handsome. That's not how it works. Attraction is a feeling. The feeling always comes first. The explanation comes later. So the truth is this: if you abandon your own value and keep running after their validation, you'll never win. But the moment you make yourself the priority, those same people who once took you for granted will start chasing you again. Now listen, the biggest truth is that you cannot control the weather. If it rains, it will rain. If the sun shines, it will shine. But what you can control is whether you carry an umbrella or let yourself get drenched. Relationships work the same way. You cannot change someone else's behavior, their trauma, or their fears, but you can change how you react to them. Whether your partner is avoidant, toxic, or emotionally unavailable, the problem is theirs, their past, their conditioning, their unresolved wounds. None of that defines your value. But if you forget your self-worth, if you sell your self-respect, if you sacrifice your peace, then the problem also becomes yours. You need to understand this: love never comes from begging. Attraction never comes from over-effort, and respect never comes from someone you keep prioritizing above your own comfort. Here's the powerful truth: whether they change or not, you can change. You can set your boundaries. You can stop making your happiness depend on their mood swings. You can decide that if they keep playing push and pull games, you will simply refuse to play. Remember, healthy love always comes with freedom, never with fear. So if you truly want to transform your life, the very first thing you must learn is this: your happiness, your dignity, your peace, all of it is in your own hands.